Hello everyone, this is Daniel right here and welcome to Devlog number 23 for our indie RPG Kingsblood. And I'm very happy about the progress I can present to you today because this week I want to show you an update, a system on which we've been working on for the last couple of weeks. But every week we've been a bit hesitant to show it because it was not polished enough. But now I think even though it is not 100% polished and there will be changes until the game is shipped, but I think what we can show you will give you a very cool idea and understanding how the system works. And as the comments in one of our recent videos have requested, to go to this system, we have to open the castle tab. We have not talked about castle building and the castle itself within the last videos. So for those who don't know that, of course, in our game, you will have a place where you can give a habitat to your followers. So our game is about collecting followers, and this place right here will be their habitat. And just to show you this once again, there was a devlog, but most of you won't know about that. We can build a little city or a little castle and progressively build a mansion, and later on I would call it a castle, or at least a small castle, right? So now we've reached the first level of our city. It is guild hall level 1, so to say, and now here we have new spots where we can create new buildings like a forge or an alchemist. As soon as we have created these buildings, we can unlock these tabs right here: laboratory, warforge, hospital, right? At the moment, these tabs have not been implemented, but we have ideas how these tabs are supposed to work and what they are supposed to do. Well, but this is not what I want to talk about now. What I want to talk about is actually our fellowship. Because like I said, the castle is the place where we basically let our fellowship live. So let me open this tab, and I guess you're not impressed with that view, so this view will change. The interesting part is actually the detailed view of the characters. But first, let's talk about this view right here. So you see there are a lot of white spaces. These are basically characters which we've already built. Most of those already have animations, they have special attacks, but they miss a portrait. But we have a very talented artist who is continuously creating these portraits, and I think the quality of the portraits is really cool. So this, for instance, is our latest character, Glorious, which is a little bit of a comedy character, and he should have kind of an arrogant vibe, and I think it is very well done. So the intention or the characteristic of this character has been very well portrayed in my opinion. Now, what is this UI element here all about? So first of all, it lists all the characters which you found throughout the game. In total, I said in the last couple of videos, we currently plan on bringing out 40 to 50 unlockable characters. This number is not set in stone yet, so we plan on doing a Kickstarter. If the Kickstarter works well, we might increase the number, maybe to 60, 70, who knows. Currently, like I said, we plan with creating 40 to 50 characters. But then what else will this view supply to you? So in this line right here, you will have filters, and the filters will be the three characteristics of a character, right? Characters have a profession, they have a race, and they will have something which is called a soul color. And for instance, if you build a group and you have 2 humans and 2 mages, and you say, to complete my group and to build a perfect group, I need a human mage, then you can set the filters, and then you will quickly find out that Rastuval is your only human mage because all other characters will be grayed out. But like I said, this system here is just a work in progress. The interesting part is the character detail view. And let me show this to you right now, because this is the system I was talking about. This is the system where we invested a lot of thought, a lot of time, and well, also a lot of work. So what you see right here is now the detailed view. You see the portrait of the character and you see the synergies. So Rastover, like I said, is a mage, he's human, and he has a soul color. The soul color will be random, so if you want to replay the game, you won't be able to just look into a guide what is the best composition, the best group to run. There will always be this random factor which will basically, yeah, give the game kind of a feel that you can replay it unlimited of times. And there will be some other random factors, but you won't be able to look into a guide and see what are the best groups. But let me go now into what we can see here on this view right here. So what you see right here are all the combat stats which we have, and we actually have some more combat stats than you see right here. Of course, you have things like health, focus is basically our mana, damage, attack speed, and so on. At the end, there are some more of the trickier attributes, and there will be some more attributes which we don't show. For instance, the chance to do a double attack, stuff like that. So some attributes we just didn't find a place to put them on in this UI element. So some of them are not shown. Well, on the bottom side of this view, we have some basic stats: age, height, weight, origin. Origin is basically the city where this character is from. So this graphic right here has not been implemented yet, or this panel. So of course Rastual is not 16 years old, this is just a placeholder. And what we plan on doing is also to give some basic statistics, just some cool gimmicks, I guess. You will be able to see the damage over time, of all time, so to say. How much damage did this character deal throughout all of his missions, the amount of missions he completed, days injured, stuff like that. And what I feel like is very cool, and I said it a couple of times, what we aim for is a game where we have very strong storytelling. So here we have a very big space for a character story. And at least the starting characters, they don't have that much text. That might even change, but we don't want to tell too much about them. But there are also some characters where we really created a very big background story, right? So for instance, let me show you Glorious, right? So he has a very big background story, and this is what we kind of aim for. Cool characters within a cool world and within a story deep world. Everything is connected. So you see this guy here is from Orlinsgrab. Orlinsgrab is actually a city of all the warriors in the world. And for instance, if you go to Orlinsgrab, right? Give me a second. If you go to Orlinsgrab, you will see that Orlinsgrab also has its own story. And then who was Orlin? Orlin, of course, also has a story. He's a mythological figure from the past. And there will be quests surrounding this character. He was one of the, he was probably, one of the most important warriors who founded basically the kingdom like 300 years ago. And all of his artifacts and remains will be spread among this world map. So you see, we try to really build a story-heavy and interconnected world. And I think the world is already so far progressed in terms of storytelling that it really works out well. Now let me go back to the character view and to Glorious. This is not all we've done. So when I said these panels right here at the bottom, they were placeholders, then I have to say that, of course, the text is not a placeholder. It is loaded from a JSON file, but also all these attributes right here, they are also loaded from a JSON file. And now, before, when we started this UI element, you see here we had the treasury tab, right? Because here we wanted to place the items. So throughout your missions, on your quests within dungeons, you will find a lot of items, and we thought that we will place them right here. I'm not sure if we will need this treasury tab at this point, because what we did was that now we created this item tab right here, directly on the character. And basically what you will see right here is here will be the complete treasury of all of your guild. Let's call it guild for now. And what you can do is you can now drag and drop, or you can also right click and put these items on the characters. And let's do it. And here you see what does this item do. It actually reduces evasion. Okay, here we cannot see a change, but for instance, this item here increases the damage by 20 and the critical hit chance by 5%. And if we do that, you can see right here in green, you can see actually the changes. Now, if you don't want to drag and drop, you just right click and you can see I just equipped the second item. What I can also do is I can also right click the item right here and it is removed. So I think in usability, in terms of that, it feels really good. So, and you will always see what changes on the character in green. About the coloration, we had a bit of a more bright green at first, but this bright green color was very hard to read. So at the moment we have this tone of green, and I think it looks kind of cool, or fitting at least. This last spot in for the items will be a consumable. We didn't implement the consumables yet, so consumables will be, for instance, potions which you use at the beginning of the combat, or for instance a resurrection scroll if someone dies, and all this will be triggered automatically. So these consumables will give you a little bit of it will be a little bit of a game mechanic in terms of planning a fight, but within the fight these consumables will work automatically. All right, but that's not all, because as you can see right here, everything is full of information. But if you have watched our recent vlogs, you might know that every character in our game has his individual special attack. So we made a second tab or a third tab about the special attack. And here you see Glorious special attack, and it reads out as the following. Glorious performs a glorious swing with his glorious sword Gloria and inflicts base damage ×3 to all foes standing in a frontal cone. So it is basically a short description what his special attack does. So it is a frontal wave, so to say, a frontal strike, and hits everyone in the cone. And what we want to do right here, this will be a GIF or a video file, and it will play a little video about the character doing this attack against some training dummies. So we have not created the GIFs or videos in that regard, but this is something which we want to focus on also in the next couple of weeks. All right, and then here we have a fourth tab, and this is called Soul Color. And I don't want to talk about that this vlog, because this is a whole system, and I can just tell you that this synergy right here, the Soul Color and this Soul Color, is connected also to the level. So this will be a synergy, but it will also be a leveling system, and it will include even some combat mechanics. But like I said, this is not meant for this vlog. But we also did some things in terms of, hopefully, in terms of community building, because I think all these stories are kind of cool. They are not 100% polished yet, but if you feel like you want to read these texts and you want to give corrections, or maybe find some errors in the text, or you have some suggestions, then you can now actually go to our website. You can see it right here. And there you will find a new area which is called characters. And this tab right here draws all the information out of our JSON files, which we also load within the game. So this is basically pretty much a live update on what we currently have implemented in the game. Of course, we have a little flag, and we can set this flag to reveal, and as soon as we set it to reveal, the character will be loaded on the website. And if you're interested in that, you can see all the characters which we currently let you gave free, so where we are kind of confident that they won't change too much and stuff like that. And yes, you can see right here quite a lot of characters, and some characters, for instance, like Hilda, they have quite a lot of text and a big background story, and usually within these background stories, like I said, we have a lot of world building and a lot of stuff flows together. For instance, in her story, she's battling one of the evil guys you will also meet within the game. She will also, within her story, get help from one of the nice guys. So yeah, put a lot of effort into making the story kind of fit together, and that it's not just like, for instance, this character, he's a bear and you go through the mountains, blah. That's standard text. But then we also, like I said, have some characters where really all the story flows into each other, so to say. And as you can see right here, it's already quite a lot of characters which we have. So just let me tell you, these two characters, I just like them so much because these portraits just look awesome. And these two characters, like Glorious and also Boros, they are a bit of comedy characters, so currently my favorites. Yeah. I think that is most of what I wanted to show you today, but it is not everything, because I think we still have a little bit of issues with the look of our game. I think it continuously gets better, but I know that a lot of viewers said, oh, we cannot see the progress in terms of graphics. But we are working on it, but it is really a struggle. Of course, we know that also this UI element here and on the top does not look too great. But just to show you that there is work done, I want to show you also the research tree. If you've seen our devlog where we presented the research tree, I think this view right here already looks a lot better, but it is only like a step to the final vision. We already have it planned out. We usually plan out our concepts and then we build them up. And I think aesthetically we have a very good vision how this tree might look very cool. All right, and I was about to finish this vlog, but I think we also have a very cool update in regards of the combat. Now I talked a lot about the castle. I hope some people are happy with that because it was requested, but there won't be a vlog without any updates within the combat. So let me send some warriors into combat. I will take just 2 random guys. Let's go with these 2. Oh, let's take another quest. I don't want to take this quest because the enemies within this quest, they don't deal damage yet. But let me take... let's basically just take random guys. All right. Let's go there. And then I can show you something which changed in combat, which is also very cool. Very happy about this change because it was more or less experimental, and it still is experimental, but I think it is cool, so you will see it. So let's start the fight. And as you can see right here, the floating numbers. So you will always be able to see the damage which is inflicted to every character. So the floating numbers are also new. All right, and I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the updates. I think it was quite a lot of stuff. And I can tell you we already have enough stuff for next devlog, but we thought we don't want to overload this devlog. But cool stuff is coming, so tune in next week again, because next week will be very cool once again. So hope you enjoyed it. Have a good rest of the weekend. I know it is very late already, and see you next time.